Hi, I'm Chris Leader. I'm the president of Leaders Edge Training, and I want to welcome you to our monthly tips. I hope you're going to enjoy them. Feel free to forward them on to anybody on your contact management system. Hi, and welcome to this month's mortgage tip. The tip this month is really a question. What makes you stand out from the crowd? Very few mortgage professionals have taken the time to truly understand their corporate value proposition. And if everyone looks the same, the client has a tendency to judge us based purely on rates. But there's so much more to mortgages than just rates. There's really 4 things we need to take into account. For instance, I believe as a mortgage professional, you have to constantly be upgrading your education and your skills. This brings a story to mind. You know, I think of a lumberjack camp, as the story goes. And there's a little fella who comes to the lumberjack camp and he's looking for a job. And the manager of the lumberjack camp looks at this little guy and he says, "You're way too little to be a lumberjack." And the guy says, "Give me a try, you'll be surprised how good I am." And the boss of the lumberjack says, "No way, you're too little." Finally, the little guy keeps after him and he says, "I'll tell you what. If you can cut more wood than Jean Paul, our best lumberjack, then I'll give you a job." So they're going to have a little competition. Now the little guy, he's about 5 feet tall. And Jean Paul walks into the room and he is like 6'6" and big square shoulders on him. He's a big, strong guy with a huge axe. The little guy says, "No problem." They put 2 huge piles of wood there and they start cutting. And within the first hour, the little guy sits down and takes a break. But the big guy, he keeps chopping away and chopping away and chopping away. He never takes a break. At the end of the 8 hours, and the little guy keeps taking a break every hour. At the end of the 8 hours, the lumberjack boss comes over and he looks at the situation and he says, "I can't believe this. You cut more wood than the big guy did and you took a break every hour." And the little guy says, "Oh, I didn't take a break. You see, I stopped to sharpen my axe." The moral of the story is just this. Sometimes you need to take a step back and continually educate yourself so you can actually do more business. There's really 4 things I want to talk to you about today. The first one is constantly keep up to date with all the current trends and continually educate yourself. The second thing is to make sure you understand your corporate products intimately so you can communicate that message, that product, with a lot of passion and enthusiasm. The third one is you need to be able to educate your clients on your products and your industry so that they understand it as you understand it. And finally, you need to understand at the end of the day, it's still a sale, and there is the psychological process to making a sale. We need to understand why people do the things they do, when they do the things they do, and how they do them. At the end of the day, if you want a commitment from your clients, you're going to need to be up to date on the industry. You're going to need to be up to date on your products. You're going to need to be able to communicate them in such a way that the client clearly understands what's inside your head. And finally, you're going to need to be able to ask for the order. It always comes down to asking for that commitment.